Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. I got an article here talking about the Russians changing the tactics in the Black Sea. And not only there, but this article comes from Ukrainska Pravda, from Ukrainian sources. So they will probably give us some information that it minimizes the achievements of the Russians. Obviously, that's the way it is in all kind of a war. One side, maximizes its successes and minimizes, the losses and so on. So this is, as I said, Ukrainska Pravda from June 6, 2022, and this is the title. The title is Russia has changed tactics of attacks from the sea, the Ukrainian Navy states. So since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Russian troops have launched more than 300 cruise missiles from ships in the Black Sea, but are now more likely to strike with anti-ship missiles. That's interesting. And I'm quoting, as a result of our active interventions to defend the enemy's naval forces, a group of ships from the Russian Federation's Black Sea Fleet was pushed more than 100 kilometers back from the Ukrainian shores. In an attempt to regain control of the northwestern part of the Black Sea, the enemy was forced to change tactics. They have deployed Bal and Bastion coastal missile systems in the Crimea and Kherson regions and have transferred additional forces to Zmini Island, Snake Island. The threat of missile strike from the sea remains. Since the beginning of the invasion, enemy ships and submarines have launched more than 300 cruise missiles onto Ukrainian territory. End quote. I didn't think it was 300. From what I read, and every time like, oh, three more, one here, three more, 300. And remember when they say, when I post a video with the Russian losses, that's about 105, 106 cruise missiles hit by the Ukrainian defense systems. So imagine if there's 300 from the Black Sea, how many others are coming from other areas, from the territory, from the land, and are not hit. And I'm quoting again, according to the Ukrainian Navy, the intensity of Kalibr cruise missile strike has now decreased. I just posted a video today that a submarine and some missile ships, I think two of them with 20 Kalibr missiles were ready to attack in the Black Sea. They're ready, stand by. So I don't know what these guys are talking about. The intensity of Kalibr, and there was the Kalibr missile, they are ready to hit 20, all of them. Strikes has now decreased, while the enemy has begun to hit ground target with anti-ship missiles, the main purpose of which is to destroy warships and ships. Well, I guess you throw whatever you got, whatever works. It is assumed that Russia has used up a significant amount of its modern missiles weapons and is forced to use outdated types of missiles, the stocks of which are sufficient for strikes on the territory of Ukraine. Possibly, and why not? Efficiency, right? It says, meanwhile, groups of approximately 30 ships and submarines continue to block civilian shipping routes. Phew, that's a lot, isn't it? Since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, the Russian occupying fleet has destroyed 9 civilian ships, one of which sank. 2 civilian sailors were killed. There are currently up to 12 large landing ship stations. 12, I think it was 5, but nevertheless, 12 large landing ship stationed in the Black Sea, but more than 1/3 of them are under repair. Okay, we got it. After the destruction of 3 Raptor landing boats and 1 Serna landing boat by the Ukrainian Navy, the invaders now have up to 15 landing boats of various types. The Ukrainian Navy focused on defending and unblocking Ukrainian ports, protecting the seacoast, and maintaining control over the waters of the Dnieper bog eventually and the Dniester estuary, the Danube and Dnipro rivers, including the area near the cities of Kiev and Chernihiv. According to the Ukrainian Navy, the Russian Black Sea Fleet has lost full control over the western part of the Black Sea, which has become a gray zone. And I'm quoting, at the same time, the enemy has adopted our tactics and is using coastal missile systems and air-based cruise missiles in an attempt to regain control of the northwestern part of the Black Sea through part of the Black Sea through. Yeah, the statement said. Well, there you have it. 300 missiles and how many ships they got over there. It's unbelievable. 30 ships and submarines making the blockade. Now they're going to use again some missiles. They have the landing ships that came to those ports over there in the Black Sea. They will be used. They will not over there just to impress the Ukrainian eye. I tell you that. So we'll see what's going on. I didn't expect the 300. I'm still, oh, okay, 300. That's a lot of them. And why not? Use whatever works. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.